at 6. I eat. I help my mom with dinner sometimes. I go with my boyfriend, play some Minecraft or PUBG, depending on the friends that are available. And I go to sleep. And I'm like, where do I find a time to film? Because I really want to, but I just can't, because right now I'm super tired as well. But I was like, I'm just going to sit down and explain everything, and I want to keep you guys updated because I know that you guys are so supportive, and I know that many of you have also asked me, like, how is it going? Have you found a job? Or are you getting your life together, you know? So yes, I'm getting my life together, but I feel like it weighs on my personal life and my spare time in a way, because I love going live on TikTok, for example, and I just don't feel like doing it. I have zero motivation. When I look at my trigger box, I'm like, which one of these triggers am I going to use for the 1,000th time? So I don't feel motivated filming because I feel like I don't have anything to film, and it's super confusing in my head, and I'm really struggling with it. And I think it's mostly the guilt taking over at this point, which is also why I'm filming. You're probably going to think, geez, Praliene, don't overthink it, but I'm such an overthinker. I've always been. I have anxiety, and my hyperventilation also doesn't do that good, but apart from that, I'm doing okay. I have some medical stuff that I am finally fixing. I'm not going to go into detail about that because it's quite personal, but I wanted to point that out. But yeah, there's a lot changing in my life. I feel like I finally have a deadline to work towards to move in with my boyfriend, for example, because that's my next point. I got a car. I know you're probably going to be like, girl, you did so much in like the 4 weeks that you were less present. I know, and I feel like I've done too much, but these are things that should have been done way earlier, and because I didn't, now they all like pile up. But I bought a car. I looked for secondhand first, but I don't know if you're familiar in car business. Probably not, because why would you be? But buying a secondhand car, which is not from a specific garage, is not trustworthy at all. I wasn't allowed to do that, and I don't know how to fix up a car anyway, so I wouldn't know what would be wrong with it or something. So I wanted to buy a secondhand car at a garage to be sure that everything was okay. And I looked around. I like went on secondhand sites. I went to some garages and I asked for information. And I had 3 models in mind, 3 car models, and they were all pretty expensive. Of course, a car is expensive, but they were really expensive for a secondhand car. So I like compared them to new cars, and there was literally almost no difference whatsoever. So I decided to just get a new car. Okay, I need to wait for it for like 4 months or so, but that's okay. And I would know that nothing is wrong with it. Nobody has driven it before. There haven't been weird accidents that they try to cover up or something. So that's, for me, that's really reassuring. But I had a choice between 3 models. I went on a test drive with all 3 of them on 2 days. So I drove 4 different cars in 2 days. It was crazy because I drive my mom's car, which is a Opel. I've forgotten the model, but anyway, I also drove around with a Fiat 500. Obviously, it's probably the most famous girl type retro car, and I wanted to give it a go. Spoiler alert, I hated it, so went for a completely different was quite a bit all over the place, but I really wanted to just put the word out there. And at first I was going to do it in another community post, but I feel like I've done so many of those, just explaining or trying to explain myself, and it never comes through, or not all the people have read it, and then they send me a message asking what's wrong, why I didn't film, if there's a video, yes or no. And now I feel like everyone who wants to know why I haven't been on my uploading schedule, or why I have been less active online, etc., they can just watch this video. If a person feels like it, they can put a summary in the comments. If people don't want to watch the full 15 minutes, that's totally fine by me. But yeah, I just wanted to include you guys because you've been a part of my life as well. And now I felt like I've been in this cocoon for 4 weeks trying to talk to people, but not being able to because I don't feel like a lot of people listen, and they mostly just react as in, oh, but you finally found something, it's fine now, you'll be fine, you'll be okay. Yes, I will be, but right now I'm just struggling, trying to find spare time again, and that's allowed, and that's okay. And I feel like most of my people around me do understand, but some people are so non-emotional whatsoever, or not empathic whatsoever, and I just don't need those people right now because I need some emotional support.